Its army, the most feared in the world. Its pharaohs, considered living gods. Its cities, the greatest engineering achievements in human history. But inside this empire, there was a people who were not free.
Now, the video that you've just watched was made entirely using AI, and the most interesting thing is that I used Claude to help me plan out the entire workflow, from the title of the story to how the scenes are going to be planned. Even the image prompts and the motion prompts that I used were all generated by Claude. And in this video, I want to show you exactly what that workflow looked like. Let's get started. So the first thing that I did is to ask Claude to help me write the script for the story. And if you haven't used Claude before, Claude is free to use. I'm going to leave for you the link in the description down below. This is what your dashboard is going to look like, and essentially you just type away here. So if we now look at the conversation that I had with Claude, you can see me telling it to do the Moses video, and you can see it asking me which parts of the Moses video that I want to do and how long the video should be. I told it about 8 to 12 minutes. So you can see it tells me we could do the full story, but then the 8 to 12 minutes becomes quite rushed. And then it suggests for me to do like a 2-part series. So we're going to have part 1 where we have Moses growing up until the burning bush, and then we have the Moses revolution that is going to be in part 2. Yeah, so I've been using ChatGPT to do all of my stories, but last week when I tried out Claude, I was really impressed, especially because when it comes to like brainstorming, you can see it gives you the reason why you should do A or not do B. I found this to be really awesome. Also, I didn't have to do like a whole back and forth with it. So I think for right now, I'm going to be sticking with Claude. But down here, you can see us now coming to doing the actual story of the script. I tell it to include the facts, the verses, the sources, and just to be excellent in the storytelling. And you can see my African animated video script here. So this is part 1 of the story that we're going to be doing. You can see it also gives me like sources for the script and also the image production guide. This is the script. Yeah, you can see we have scene 1, and it starts by just saying, before we tell you the story of Moses, we need to tell you where Moses was from. I actually did not like that beginning, but you'll see me correcting it later on. And then we have scene 2 of the world that Moses was born into. Yeah, and then it goes on and on, giving me all the different scenes up until scene 9. And you can also see it gives me the thumbnail concept here, and also the video description, the scripture references, geographical notes, timestamps, even tags that we can use when we are uploading the video. I found this to be extremely intuitive because I did not ask for any of this. It just gave it to me. So there's no that back and forth or so many conversations, me asking it to do A and then B and then C. It just gives us all of this like in one conversation. But now I want to show you what I found was really powerful when I was working with Claude. You can see I asked it, can I add some things to tighten the script and then we can redo? And it tells me that yes, just tell me everything you want to change, to add or to remove. And it told me not to hold back because this is actually my story and my channel, and we want to write this story in my voice. And then you can see I told it, let us go scene by scene. In the introduction, we mention Africa 4 times, okay? Because I told it that this is a story for my African animated channel, and it thought Africa should be overemphasized. So I told it, I love that we emphasize, but it is too much. And then I tell it also the hook is a bit plain. I feel we need to stop the scroll. I love the exact location of Egypt. Let's tighten that. This is what it gives me later on. 4,000 years ago, the most powerful kingdom on earth sat in the northeastern corner of Africa. Let me play you that introduction for you to see what that looks like.
4,000 years ago, the most powerful kingdom on earth sat in the northeast corner of Africa.
So once I was done with doing like all the corrections, you can see I tell it here, scene 9 stays, do the full story and about 60 image and motion prompts to start the animation, make them detailed, rich and lovely to look at. And you can see it giving me the entire story here. So this is the complete script here. Okay, and then after that I have 60 image and motion prompts. So you can see we're going to have scene 1, we have about 6 prompts. So why I was asking it for 60 images is so that I'm able to cover like the whole whole story. The next part is for you to create the images and videos that you're going to be using for your AI video. For the images, I preferred to use Whisk, and you can use Whisk for free. It's actually a Google tool. I'm going to leave for you a link in the description down below. Now, apart from being free, the images that I created with Whisk were absolutely spectacular. Let me show you what they look like. Yeah, and you can use Whisk up to April 30th, 2026, and then we need to move to Flow. I think I'm going to cover Flow in a later video. Yeah, so you can see that I had like many images that I created using Whisk, and you can see that they are quite high quality images. Now, the best thing about Whisk is that you can also get consistent imagery. Yeah, so you can see we have these same Moses here. So this is who I was using as my Moses. Now, to use Whisk, you just need to be like on the home page, and then you're just going to like create. So you can see we have these tools on the left hand side here. So in case you wanted to create like a consistent character, you'd upload an image of a character that you want to create the image with. For example, I'm going to copy this prompt here of Moses at Pharaoh's table, and then we are going to come here so that we can download one of the images of Moses so that we have like a consistent character. We can just download this one here. Yeah, we'll just upload this image here. You can see it uploading, and then we're just going to paste in our prompt here. So we have Moses at Pharaoh's table seated among Egyptian nobles, okay? And we'll just enter this. So this is essentially like how you create your images in Whisk. Other than the subject, you can also reference a scene so that you have something looking like the scene that you would want. You can also reference a style. So we have, you see, we have Moses here, and you can see that Moses is more or less consistent to the image that we gave. Yeah, so that is one of the things that I really loved about using Whisk. And these images are free, so you can use them. You can also animate. Yeah, we can put in something here, just the same prompt. Let's try and animate that. So you can see it's animating this for free. I think you get like a few animation trials per day for you to just try out and see what that looks like. But apart from this, while it continues, I want to show you how I created my videos from the images. So we have this here. This is a video of Moses just walking across, the courtyard there. And we have another video here. This is of the princess discovering Moses as a baby there. And we also have others here. Let me play this.
Throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River.
Yeah, so all these videos I created using OpenArt. So OpenArt is not a free tool, but I recommend it for trying out different models in videos and also in images to see what you like. So you can see I used Kling here. It's actually really easy to create the videos. All you need to do is to upload your image, enter in the prompt for what you want to be happening in the video. Just click on generate. You can see me generating some videos here. Yeah, that is how you generate the videos. For the voiceover, I use 11 Labs, and you can use 11 Labs directly. I'm going to leave for you a link in the description down below. Alternatively, you can use it inside of OpenArt. Just paste in your voiceover script here. For me, it was just the entire story as it was in Claude, since I did not have a dialogue per se, and then choose a voice. So I had two voices to choose from here. So I liked this one. This is what it sounds like.
4,000 years ago, the most powerful kingdom on earth.
Yeah, and then you just download it. And let's go back and just see what Whisk has created for us for the animation.
This wine is exceptional tonight.
Yes, a fine harvest from the Delta vineyards.
Yes, you can see that Whisk can create for you some videos from your images, so that was really fun to do. Now for the music, I also asked Claude to recommend for me like what background music was going to go with our story here. And you can see it tells me to, first of all, be mindful of copyright and also the tone that we want to use here. And also it gave me like several suggestions, epidemic sound, also Pixabay music, and so many other tools that I could use. I actually ended up going with some music that I had created earlier with Suno. I'm also going to leave the video for how to create music with Suno in the description down below, so you can check out that. But once I had all that, I went and compiled everything in a video editor, and you can use whatever video editor that you prefer. This is what a portion of the final video looked like.
Pharaoh's daughter came to the Nile to bathe. She saw the basket. She sent her servant to get it. She opened it, and the baby cried. She felt sorry for him. "This is one of the Hebrew babies," she said. She knew. She knew exactly what this child was. She knew her own father's decree. She knew what she was supposed to do, and she did the opposite. The daughter of the man who ordered every Hebrew boy thrown into the Nile pulled one Hebrew boy out of the Nile.
Yeah, so the final video is actually already up on my new channel, African Animated, where I'm going to be creating like these African stories, so you can go check it out. Yeah, so that is how I created the Moses video, and I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be showing you on here how I'm making the different videos so that you're also able to do the same for your channels. Now let me know in the comments down below which African Bible story you want to see next, and then we're going to create it together. My name is Peris, and I'll catch you on the next one.